Alright guys, we made it out to the beach. Nice long half-mile walk with all my damn gear on. And we're gonna go set up somewhere over here and get ready to take off. This is Anna Marie area. And yeah, I don't know where the island is, but once I get up a little higher, I should be able to see it. We're way out of all the airspaces, so I'm not worried about anything over here. So we'll catch you guys once we get all set up and ready to take off. We'll head over to the island. First island. All right guys, here's the setup. I'm gonna lay out right here. You can see there's definitely some 3 foot, 4 foot waves out there. Decent amount of people on the beach, but thankfully this beach you're actually legally allowed to fly out of. It's like a sport enthusiast kind of beach. So I'm gonna set the wing up right here, lay her out, and we're gonna go right out. Now I'm gonna start circling around here a little bit as I gain altitude, so that when I do go over top of the water, I don't have to worry about, oh shit, you know, my motor out or whatever the case may be. I can glide safely back. I'm gonna have a headwind the whole way out to this first island. And I don't know which direction it even is, so I'm not gonna know where it is until I get up in the air. So let's get all this gear set up and get headed out. All I know is I got 10 liters of fuel and we are ready to go, baby. All right guys, I just had the biggest fiasco of my life. Trying to get this thing to cooperate with me. So hopefully this thing will actually cooperate with me this time. Come on, Black Betty. Work with me. Work with me, I need you right here. So literally what I'm looking at right here is like my actual brake line just was like not tangled per se, but more or less just was like not flowing super freely through that pulley, but no really big hiccup. It ended up just like freeing itself up. I thought it was like something major, but it really wasn't, so that's really, really nice to know, I'm reassured. But yeah, after struggling with getting my wing to sit there for like the past 20-25 minutes, everyone asked me if I need help, and I'm like, listen people, I really can't have you help me because I need to clip into my harness, and if you pull you from the harness, it's clipping. So either way, yeah, the wind was gusting at like 25-30 mile an hour on the ground, and really, really hard to take off. Thankfully, I was able to get up once I got up to that 100-foot mark, 150-foot mark. All the winds pretty much just leveled out to like 5-8 miles an hour, and then I was on my way to the first island. So literally right here, what I'm talking about is the insane amount of clarity. Also, it's not very, very deep right here. It's like probably 4 to 5 feet. See how fast the actual flow of water is just ripping through. You have Eggmont Key, which is obviously up ahead. You can't see it. There it is right there. And then right to the right of me is like supposedly a completely new beach. I didn't really fly too close to that because I didn't really care for that. So I kept moving, and yeah, we're about to be pulling up on Eggmont Key. Let's fast forward a little bit. So as we're pulling up to Eggmont Key right here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory on it. This little island, or key you want to call, it's about 328 acres. It was built, God, I just really said built, it was established in 1974, created in April itself, being a key in 1974. So it's a huge, basically, wildlife refuge with a ton of birds. You'll see later in the video we fly a little bit lower. I'm going to try to do a lot less talking at the end and let you guys do a lot more observing. But as I get down to about 20 to 30, 40 foot above the ground, somewhere around there, it really starts to get thrashy with the wind. It's all over the place, to be honest with you. Hold on, let's get a little bit lower and I'll keep talking. So like right about here, the winds start to get really, really big and flashy, and they start getting tossed around every which way. I don't know if it's coming out the beach or it's the wind coming out the west over top of the trees, and the trees just disrupting all the air right there. Right here, you can see all the guard boats and charter boats and whatnot. Not a lot of sea life right here. It's kind of a lot of collective water, just like it's kind of like not a really flowy area, so it's all kind of congested. You can see on the shoreline right there, it's all kind of built up with a little bit of algae and seaweed and whatnot. But other than that, the island's super isolated, super like not like I didn't see more than I think 3 people on the entire island. Both people might live there, so I'm sure there is houses on there as well. So let's keep flying towards the lighthouse, and we'll catch up with you guys at the lighthouse. Alright guys, we're totally going to try to fly a little low and get around this lighthouse right here. Do a little circle around this guy. Alright, what I got from Google on this good old Eggmont Key lighthouse, it said the current Eggmont Key light dates from 1858. It's the oldest structure in Tampa Bay area, still used for its original purpose, which is kind of cool actually, it's still being used. It's about 87 feet high for reference point, but it's pretty freaking cool. It's an automated one. It was first lit back in 1858 to a tower, and then as we turn forward right here, you're going to see me actually start pulling up on it. It's called Fort DeSoto Park, but it's called Fort DeSoto, obviously now it's a park in Nashville. I was going to land here and go check it out, but I did not want to risk the actual chance of me not being able to get back over the area. Just dealing with being stuck out there and whatnot, I'm like, this isn't really worth it to me. So I kind of circle around back west, and I start heading down the shoreline again. As you guys will see here in a minute, we're going to go back and look at another fort that's kind of like right next to this guy. So I was going to bank right, come back, and try to check this out, but I decided to get set. So fast forward to cruising to the next portion of the fort. So here's the rest of some of the forts right here. This stuff was all from 1898 to 1906. That's how long it took to be built. And then it was used all the way up until 1910. So not a very long duration. It was all just reinforced concrete from the Spanish-American War. It's a pretty cool little backstory on it, you know. Just a cool little information. It used to be an old fort. It's pretty... Alright, at this point right here, I'm just like, dude, this is just some seriously surreal flying right here. I'm moving at about 38 to 43, 44 miles an hour, somewhere in that range, the slowest being 38, like I stated, 44, actually 48 being my total top speed on the entire trip. And I think I hit that top speed somewhere in this range right here. But honestly, guys, if you do paramotoring or you do any kind of activities, moving along at a decent pace on the beach, just at a decent speed, is honestly some of the funnest shit I've ever done. It's just so weird, because normally you'd be on a bike or a dirt bike or something like that moving as fast, but literally I'm just floating there. Like my legs are literally dangling in the air, right above the water. And, you know, margin for error, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. Yeah, something could happen. Something you could have an engine out. But literally, you just land right there and be completely fine. It's nice to see all these old like trees just sticking up right there, and just a lot of wildlife still being preserved in the area. But other than that, dude, the whole island was just overall super sweet, super secluded. Like if you wanted a place you can go and chill and not bugged by anyone, this is definitely the place to be. Alright, so right here, I'm literally just setting myself up for the descent, and thankfully, I think come November, late December time, I mean, we're literally in November now, but like end of November, probably end of December, somewhere in that range, hopefully before January, I'm going to go down for at least 2 weekends and start training with, I think Kyle Mooney reached out to me actually, and offered to give me some grounds, you know, some advice on all the FAR stuff and some stuff that I've kind of been overseeing and overlooking lately. But he's going to give me a little rundown on things I should have been educated on before I started flying. But hey, better late than never. I'm still alive. I'm still enjoying the sport day in and day out. It's all about calculated risk, and I've done some dumb things here and there, and I will definitely acknowledge that and take full responsibility for some of my mistakes. I'm aware of that stuff, and I'm trying to better myself all the time. So one thing I hope he does show me is the fundamentals of actually learning wingovers and air maneuvers to the point where I can actually have fun and do interesting, cool tricks, wingovers, barrel rolls, stats, all that kind of stuff. I want to take an SID course. I want to do all of that stuff, man. But right here, I'm just having fun, kind of getting the feel for it. I'm understanding the aspect of when I do pull right brake, I have to keep, like let's say I pull right brake to go ahead and do a big, like right here, I'm going to pull right brake,
Make sure I'm pulling a little bit of left to make sure that that front left part of the wing doesn't collapse on me, and vice versa with the left side as I'm pulling left brake and I get into my wing over, or whatever you want to call it. As I get into my wing over, you want to make sure you pull a little bit of right brake just to make sure that that right front end edge, leading edge, doesn't collapse. So like, I understand the physics of it, I understand the background of it and how it works and whatnot. I'm just like, overall, just need to have a better grasp understanding of watching a professional do it, or someone that's way more educated, have had more seat time than I have. So overall, this flight was super, super amazing. The weather was perfect. It was probably like 74 degrees up at like 2,000–3,000 feet at my highest. And the weather was like 82 to 83 degrees down on the sea level. So literally I can call this sea level now because I live in an area that's all sea level. But Anna Maria is honestly one of the most beautiful places, like around the Tampa, Sarasota area. That island's so secluded. There's nothing really, really hugely built up. All around super, super cool area. So if you guys have stayed with me this long into the video, I'm literally only talking over the video because my mic was not working whatsoever. So we're kind of coming for a nice crisp landing right here. I kind of had a target area in mind. And let's see if I can execute this landing. It was fairly soft, had a decent amount of wind coming right out of the northeast, so it was pretty smooth. Wind went down in a nice spot, no little freaking, what are those things called, those little prickle things that get your damn socks on the wing, but I only got them all over my socks. So I actually was able to turn it down and actually have one of my nicest ever kite downs of the wing. I think it just was due to having heavier winds. But overall, like I said, guys, this flight was absolutely amazing, and I'm going to allow myself to actually enjoy the only audio that I pretty much had from the actual footage out there.
I hope you enjoyed that video.
Right,
that was honestly super fun to make. A little longer of a flight. Thank you, God, for guiding me on that flight. God, that takeoff was horrible, man. Not the takeoff itself, but like the setup. The winds were like 25-mile-an-hour gusts, but I knew once I get past that 200-foot mark, it was literally like 5 miles an hour. There's nothing up there. So a lot more interesting weather and how to work with the winds around here. But all in all, that was an awesome flight. Super, super fun. Super, super stoked on that. We're gonna load the gear all back up and go grab some food. So like always, guys, like, subscribe, comments, you know, stay close to God, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.